Welcome to Learn Mandarin Chinese in 5 minutes YouTube channel. Today's topic is about the don'ts of Chinese New Year. This year, the Chinese communities all over the world will celebrate the Lunar New Year on the first day of February. The New Year celebration lasts 15 days from the new moon, which is Xin Yue in Chinese, first day of the lunar month, to the full moon, Man Yue, 15th day of the lunar month. Origin of the lunar calendar. Chinese communities still use the traditional calendar when defining the dates of festivals and also for horoscopes. 生肖 The lunar calendar dates back to the Xia and Shang dynasty. It is also known as Yin calendar, which means the lunar 月亮 or agricultural 农 calendar. The lunar calendar has links with astronomy, solar terms, the four seasons, five elements, 金 gold, 木 wood, 水 water, 火 fire, 土 earth, and the Chinese horoscope 生肖. Okay, let us do the don'ts of Chinese New Year, the things that you are not allowed to do. Number one, breaking things made of glass or ceramics. It is considered bad luck if you break things made of glass or ceramic, as it symbolizes incompleteness and the cutting off of good fortune. If you unfortunately break something on Chinese New Year, especially the first day of New Year, you need to wrap the broken pieces with a red paper, place it on the altar, and say 岁岁平安. The reason is because the Chinese word for broken, 岁, has the same pronunciation as 岁 in 岁岁平安, and 岁 also means year. So by saying 岁岁平安, one will be blessed year by year instead of being cursed. Number two, throwing rubbish and sweeping the floor. In traditional Chinese customs, rubbish accumulated from the first to the fourth day of Chinese New Year is considered as 财气, wealth. If you don't throw the rubbish, it means 聚财, accumulating wealth. So if you throw away the rubbish, it means 盗财, throw wealth. The rubbish can only be thrown on the fifth day onwards, as the fifth day of Chinese New Year is a day traditionally known as 送穷, send away poverty, and also the birthday of 财神, god of wealth. Sweeping the floor is also not allowed on the first day of Chinese New Year. By doing so, you will be sweeping away your good fortune for the year. If you really need to sweep, you must sweep from outside into the house in order to bring the luck and good fortune into the household. Number three, married daughters. Traditional Chinese customs has a saying, 初二回娘家, literally means second day of Chinese New Year, go back to mother's house. Married daughters are forbidden to visit their parents on the 1st, 4th, and 5th day of Chinese New Year, as it is believed to bring economic hardship to the parents. Number 4, wake up call. Do you require someone to wake you up every morning? Well, you had better not ask someone to wake you up on the first day of Chinese New Year. Chinese believes that if someone wakes you up on that day, you will have a year of being pressed or reminded to work all day long. Number 5, food. During Chinese New Year, there are certain customs regarding food. Porridge. Porridge is considered food for the poor. If one eats porridge on the first day of Chinese New Year, you will be poor for the rest of the year. Meat. On the first day of Chinese New Year, Buddhists does not encourage the killing of animals, 杀生, but encourage the eating of vegetables. Taiwan has a saying, 初一早吃菜，恰迎吃一年斋. Literally means eating vegetables on the first day of Chinese New Year is better than being a vegetarian for the whole year. Fish. Traditional Chinese custom believes that if you do not eat the fish head and tail from the 1st to the 5th day of Chinese New Year, you will have a surplus every year. 年年有余. Newly cooked rice. It is believed that eating rice left over during Chinese New Year's Eve is auspicious than newly cooked rice on the first day of New Year. Leftover rice from last year means you'll have things left or bring forward to the new year. You will have no lack or have something remain for the new year. Number 6, haircut and washing of hair. One must not cut his or her hair on first day of Chinese New Year because there is a saying that goes like this: 正夜不剃头，剃头死舅舅. This saying literally means first day of Chinese New Year, don't cut hair. Cut hair, uncle dies. There is a story behind this saying, but that is for another day. Uncles, just make sure your nephews or nieces do not go to the barber or salon on the first day of New Year. Washing of hair is also not a good thing because the Chinese word 发 for hair, 头发, and 发财 for making a fortune is the same Chinese word. Thus, if you wash your hair, it means you would be washing away your fortunes. Number 7, lending and borrowing money. There is an old saying that says, 过年莫借钱，借钱穷一年. The saying means don't lend money during Chinese New Year or else you will be poor for a year. Chinese believe that if you lend money to others on Chinese New Year, the money you have accumulated for the year is being distributed, 散钱. This is bad omen, especially for those doing business. For those who borrowed money, they have to pay their debts back before the start of the new year. And if the debtor is not able to pay, the lender should not go to the house to demand payment. The lender will have bad luck for the whole year if doing so. Number 8, gifts. During Chinese New Year, you are prohibited from giving gifts such as books, shoes, and clock. The Chinese word for books, 书, has the same pronunciation as the Chinese word for lose, 书. Shoes, 鞋, has the same pronunciation as 鞋, evil. Lastly, clock, 钟, sounds the same as 钟 n. So if you give a clock on Chinese New Year, it sounds like 送钟, attending a funeral. Thus, it is bad luck. Number 9, doing laundry. Doing laundry on the first and second day of Chinese New Year is a no-no. It is believed that these 2 days are the birthday of the water god. If one washes clothes on these days, one is pouring wealth away, as 水, water, symbolizes wealth. Number 10, turning on lights and going away. There is a Han Dynasty folklore about mice getting married, 老鼠娶亲, on the third day of Chinese New Year. In order not to spoil their big day, every household will not turn on their lights and will put some rice, biscuits, etc. around the areas where mice usually frequent. These food are known as 米庄, rice dowry, or 老鼠分钱, splitting money with the mice. They hope that by doing so, there will be less rodent infestation during the year. On the fourth day of Chinese New Year, it is customary for each household to welcome the gods, especially to welcome back the kitchen god. The kitchen god is believed to be the one reporting to the celestial gods on family conduct and to have it within his power to bestow poverty or riches on individual families. Therefore, it is most important for everyone to stay home and not go away for visiting or holidays. That is all we have for you today. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are interested in our videos. Thank you. 我们的视频就到此结束，谢谢大家。